I'm ZGALA the Art Angel. This is the Head Hutt. I love it in here this time of day. It is gorgeous. My neighbors are competing for sound healing noises in your ear holes right now. So let's do some upper body stretches while the lighting is perfect and the sound is, ooh, is it gonna cooperate? Maybe so. I like to start off with a little bit of swaying. Sometimes I'm just following my own body's lead, and I encourage you to follow your own body's lead as well. I'm going to scooch back just a little bit and bring this left arm across the body. Let's rotate that shoulder around. Just one of those stretches I try to remember to do every day, as I tend to do a lot of things in front of my body like that. Let's bring the other arm across the body. Do a little rotating there. I get distracted by the beautiful light effect of this bottle wall, which I built myself, by the way, with these hands, one bottle at a time. It's actually, each one of these dots is actually 2 bottles, each cut in half and put together. I wrote a book about building this structure called The Head Hutt. You can find that on Amazon if you're interested. It was quite the feat, both the structure and the book. Probably the structure even more so, but enough about that. Let's do some side stretching. Bring in the left arm up and then over, and trying to keep that opposite hip anchored as I add a little side stretch. And let's go to the other side. Again, just anchoring that hip and stretching that side over. Let's do that on each side again, keeping that opposite hip anchored to the floor. I'm gonna lift it off for contrast on the next round, but let's go up and over, again anchoring that hip as much as possible. Coming back to upright, and now just for contrast, let's stretch all the way over, just letting that hip do whatever it wants. You don't have to lift it up intentionally, but instead of anchoring it down, just kind of let it come with you, and then see if you can leave your arm where it is and start to re-anchor that hip. I find that challenging in a different way sometimes. Add a little bit of variation to that side stretch by looking up into the elbow, and another variation is to stretch that opposite arm out, which can help kind of support the weight and come up off that hip even more. And then again, practice anchoring that hip down. For me, that's giving me a big stretch, like in my hip socket and in the leg, a little bit different from how it was. And let's come back up to upright. Shake that out a little bit before coming to the other side. Let's come all the way over and up, bringing this arm over to support the weight, and lifting that hip and then anchoring that hip again. Allowing the hip to come up, sliding that supporting arm out a little bit more, and then really trying to leave this arm where it was while anchoring that hip back down to the ground. I find that quite challenging, just trying to focus in on different parts of the body. Let's go a little more of that stretch and looking up into the elbow, still anchoring that hip down. I'm finding it's feeling like it's sliding out over there, so I'm just gonna adjust accordingly. And then coming back upright. Let's shake that out again. Shake it out. Shaking is a great, easy way to release excess energy, reset your nervous system. As is breathing. If you can breathe longer on the exhale than on the inhale, that's a great way to calm the nervous system. And conversely, if you're trying to gather more energy, if you can breathe longer on the inhale and a short exhale, that can help increase energy in the body. Want to try that one? It's It's a little bit challenging for me, but let's try it. In long, slow inhale and then a fast exhale. Let's just do 3 of them for practice. So breathing in. I can see how probably a round of, at least 10 of those would definitely start to get my energy revving up more and more. And even 3 of those did feel a little bit of tingle go on in the body. And conversely, if we want to increase the exhale while making the inhale shorter, the physiological sigh is wonderful for that because it has that inhale with a short inhale at the top. So, and then a long exhale at the end. Let's try 3 of those. Breathing in. Making that exhale longer. And again, breathing in. And a little more at top and then... And one more. The physiological sigh is a great way to help reset your nervous system. It's most often used after stress as a way to help calm the nervous system down, and indeed it has that longer exhale to do that. But I wanted to put that in the context of different kinds of breathing because it's really the longer exhale that is leading to that calming effect in the physiological sigh. And so you don't have to do the double inhale. You could just do a shorter inhale than exhale. And as I mentioned, you could do a longer inhale and a shorter exhale to help energize the system as opposed to calming it down. Let's do some arm circles. Some little circles with the hands. I took a hard fall a few days ago on my face, and that kind of distracted me from other parts of the fall, but I'm slowly feeling it work its way through my arms and the rest of my body. It did hit my shins and my arms, although I took the brunt of it right on my face. I don't know if I've ever fallen quite like that. Anyway, let's do some more arm circles. I'm just noting, I'm feeling it in the arms now that my face has had a chance to. It's still a little numb, which is probably a good thing because that was a pretty good fall to the face. Cold clock to the cheekbone. Oh, I can definitely see and feel that stiffness in the arms. So, not trying to judge, just noticing. I'm going to do that set again. Let's do this time with medium circles. Putting the hands on the shoulders. Rotating the elbows around, just loosening everything up around here, and then I'm going to shake it out again. Maybe give it a little more shake in the head. I'm still a little bit, as I mentioned, just a little bit like I took a hard fall. You gotta take it easy after those hard falls. Give the body a chance to recuperate. So. Thanks for joining me while I do that. Thanks for being you and let me be me. Thanks if you like and subscribe. Check out the description if you're interested in my book about the Head Hutt or any of my other books. I got some music, I got some artwork, I got some courses. You can find all of that down there somewhere. Till next time, ciao for now. Peace.